They say that in the beginning there was nothing. No light, no darkness, no breath, no name. Only the great void, bottomless and calm, like the sleep of God. And when the time came, the invisible eye of eternity opened, and the word, like lightning, flashed across the abyss. Let there be. From the breath arose light, the first of creation, the firstborn of the dawn. And God named him Lucifer, the bringer of the dawn. He was beautiful, like the dawn over a new world, and his radiance eclipsed even the choirs of stars. He was entrusted with the flame of wisdom, the knowledge, that holds the world between chaos and harmony. But the light grew proud, and where praise should have been, the thought was born, why am I not the creator? Thus began the fall of light into darkness. Lucifer turned from the source, and his wings, once woven of radiance, blazed with the black flame of pride. And when he fell, the heavens trembled, the stars dimmed for a moment, and God said, even though fallen, you will remain light, until man realizes that darkness and light are one breath of my own. From dust and breath, man was created, and in his veins flowed the memory of light, a particle of God's flame. He was given kingdom over the earth, and his name became Adam, and his companion, Eve, life from life. They walked the earth, where everything breathed harmony. Animals spoke with their eyes. The winds sang hymns to the dawn, and the rivers reflected the face of the Creator. But in the heart of Eden, a shadow whispered, an ancient call to knowledge. And again the voice of the fallen one rang out. Not in anger, not in hatred, but in curiosity. Has God forbidden you to taste wisdom? Thus man chose the path of knowledge, and with the fruit of knowledge, he tasted pain, choice, and freedom. And from that moment began the era of wandering, the great journey of humanity through the ages, through flood and fire, through wars and songs, through temples, towers, and empires, through oblivion and memory. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Well, I continue, my friends. When the waters covered the earth and the heavens wept with rain, God preserved only Noah, the one who remembered his voice. And from Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, came the nations of the world. Shem, the father of the east and the songs of the desert. His descendants lit the fires of Babylon and Jerusalem. Ham is the child of the hot sun and black rivers of Africa. His descendants bore the strength of the earth and the ancient rhythm of hearts. And Japheth is the wanderer of the northern winds, the forerunner of the peoples who built stone cities by the icy seas, where the sky is low and the stars seem closer to the soul. Thus began the great map of humanity, embroidered by God's hand, not with the colors of races, not with borders, but with the breath of a single blood. For it was said, from one blood have I created all who dwell upon the face of the earth. But man again became proud, and he said, come, let us gather together and build a tower, and its top will reach the sky, that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered across the earth. Thus was born the Tower of Babel, a symbol of human daring. Its lights shone at night like stars on earth. Its stones shone like thoughts of immortality. But God looked and saw that there was no longer harmony in the hearts of people, but only a desire to rise above light itself. And then their languages became confused, and man ceased to understand his brother. Thus God destroyed the tower, and the people scattered across the earth, carrying their languages, songs, and dreams, the seeds of cultures and future civilizations. Centuries passed. Light and darkness played an eternal game. God built, Lucifer tempted, but both merely led humanity to awareness. With each generation, people forgot the name of the Creator, but in the depths of their hearts they preserved His reflection. Thus arose kingdoms and sages, prophets and alchemists, wanderers who sought truth in the ashes of the stars. They said, "The world is a book, and every soul is a letter in it. To understand the truth, one must read oneself." And there were those who heard the whispers of the ancient elements.
Fire, water, air, and dirt.
The ancient alchemists believed gold slumbers within every person,
Not metal, but the light of the spirit.
which must be awakened through knowledge, pain, and love. They were called madmen, but they knew the path of knowledge is the path of returning home. Among them was the traveler. He walked through the centuries, ageless, guided by a voice that spoke from within. Seek the light not in the sky, but in the ashes of fallen stars. He saw towers fall, kingdoms rise.
Cities burn, and temple rise again from the ashes.
He saw nations born and die, but the meaning remained the same, a return to the source. One day he met an old alchemist, whose eyes glowed like coals in the night. And he told him, "Lucifer is not an enemy, but a mirror. The fallen angel brings light to those who dare to look into the darkness. For he who passes through the darkness is born anew." Thus, millennia passed,
And now, when humanity looked to the sky,
trying to find answers among the stars. It still searches for what was within from the very beginning.
the memory of the one.
And the traveler wrote on stone, "All differences are illusion.
We are all the breath of one blood. All passar are returned to the light. And when his hand touched the ashes,
A silhouette briefly flared in the flames.
angel with wings of light and darkness, smiling with sadness and hope.
Thus ended the first era, but not history.
Because the light never dies, it only way for man to remember again.
That it was created not from dust, but from the breath of God. Thank you for watching to the end. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss new video.
And also check out my other videos. And I say to you, until next time, my friends.